Hi, this is DH Dunn, and I'm here to ask myself a very basic question. Can I lope 10 days on Stalker? Let's get back into it. We are in Signal Hill. It's always cool to go where folks, like, because I record these ahead of seeing comments on the previous episode, so it's cool to go where people, like, suggested I go. So that's cool. I think we've tapped this out, though. We've got all our goodies. We're still... time of day. It's a pretty easy goat from here down to the farmhouse. And I'm very intrigued as to what we will find there. There's the... This is my revolver. This is my gun. One is for fighting, one is for fun. They're both for fun. PV, I think, like many players, I was talking about this, actually, with Muskeg. I think PV is another map where... Actually, I think everybody is a bit ambivalent on PV. Like, there's things they like, and there's things they don't. And PV can be very helpful, and it can be very difficult. I was going to say Muskeg, but I think Muskeg is pretty much more polarizing. I think people... Honestly, Astrid, that was just ridiculous. I think people either love Muskeg or they hate it. I think everybody's like, PV, I mean, it's a necessary evil. You got to deal with PV. It's far too convenient and centrally located. There's places you're going to want to go. And you're going to go through PV to get to them. But it's big. Very, very big. I think it's deceptively big. And it has a lot of really great locations, but they do have some distance to them. And it's got some interesting stuff on the corners, like over in the Triple X, whatever the heck it is over there. 3 strikes. Why did it Triple X? The Triple X range. That's a different game altogether. So I'm never, like, when I get to Mystery Lake, I'm always like, Mystery Lake, you know? Or even I feel that way about Coastal. For the most part, I feel that way about Ash Canyon. I feel that way about DP. When I get to Pleasant Valley, I'm never like, oh, thank God I'm in Pleasant Valley. Like, it's not that. I'm moving the microphone there. Sorry for that sound. But it does do a lot for you. Or it can. It can do a lot for you, and it can do a lot to you. And I've noticed, with the wildlife refresh, I mean, we're months and months and months into it now. So this is a very hot take. But I'm noticing that the wildlife refresh, for the most part, it feels to me like it took good places or safe places and made them less safe. Like Pleasantville didn't used to have wolves. Or they took good places and made them less good. Like Pleasantville didn't used to have wolves. Camp HQ, in Mystery Lake, and Trappers both are way less good now than they were pre-wildlife refresh. There's just less convenience there in terms of what's going to be right outside your door. I may have covered all this previous episode. If I did, I apologize. All right. Back to this game. We can take the firewood, but we can't take the matches. And I don't know on the lantern, but I'm not taking it. I will take all gun cleaning kits forever. Now, I expect to find a flat hat here, the baseball cap. I still call it the flat hat. It isn't flat anymore, but it used to be. This is a place, though, that I hope to find a Mackinaw on Loper. Not in this room, upstairs. I hope to find one. I don't know. Even if I find one here, I can't use it. And honestly, I don't know if the Mackinac is better than some of the Stalker-specific... We'll go to where the Mackinac is first, though. Stalker-specific clothing. It would be right there, if it was here. I don't have a lot of loot memorized, but that's one. I always think there should be something here, and there is on Stalker. This spot makes me mad on Loper, because it feels like you should be rewarded for crouching down and looking at that.
I think I can
Can't wear them. Want the blue ones. Now that's new. I never see that. It's better only because it's repaired. Or it's in better condition. Still look at it though. That is the ski jacket. That's not for me. I can't eat these chips. What are you, ridiculous? Don't be ridiculous. I never figured out how I feel about the Fire Striker. I think that's in the video that goes live today, or went live about an hour ago. So I'll wait and see what people say. It's not like I'm going to go back and get it, but for future reference. I think it's kind of an all or nothing thing. Like if the flares are in, then I think the Fire Striker's in. There's not another version of the Fire Striker that is not available on Loper. That's why I'm not taking the box matches, because there is another version of matches that's not available on Loper. Still trying to articulate the rules. It's pretty bad. Nope. If it looks familiar to me, it's a nope. I swear I saw a wrench there for a second. There was no wrench. That would have put a real wrench in the works, because I don't know what I'd do with a wrench. What would you even use a wrench for? Hitting things. If we can't hit them with the fry pan, we wouldn't be able to hit them with the wrench either. Yeah, I don't have a lot for you here, Astrid, on the food front. Soda. You can have that. I feel the need to sneeze. I don't know if it's going to happen. Now there's some food we can eat.
Needs this anymore.
900 big ones. There you go. Not carrots though. I'll take that cooking pot. It's usually over here. Oh, it is also over here. I don't need 2 cooking pots. There's no point in taking the cooking oil because everything I can cook with it, unless I made like acorn, you know, acorn stuff. Which would be fun. It's so complex, though. It feels like that process, to me, has one too many steps in it. We could fashion ourselves, because that is not looting, that is crafting. We could make ourselves mittens and gloves now, thanks to these sewing kits. But it's not like we've done terribly with the cold.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It's packed. It's packed. It's getting kind of heavy. No. How are we on matches? 20. I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, 20 should be enough to get us through the rest of the run. Easy. Easy. But I'll take more if I find them, but I'm not going to get nervous about it. Nope. Good condition, though. Wow. Oh, can't use it, but it's interesting to find it. I'm not used to seeing that. See that in the barn. The gun and the shells. Crazy. Crazy. There we go. Not that we needed it, but now we have more. What's that? Nothing. Okay. What kind of washer opens like that? I have a washer that opens up from the side instead of opening up towards the back. That's interesting. I mean, I guess. Yeah, okay. I guess I've seen that. I don't know. It struck me as odd. Okay. Goodbye. Now, what I usually do is do the barn routes
If I can drop any of this
and
here.
then head towards Pleasantville. But what I think I'm gonna do instead is do... Aha! Okay, none of them charged me for that. I still gotta get to understand this behavior. What I'm gonna do is go to Draft Dodgers. That's been a move I've been doing more lately. Head to Draft Dodgers, do the plane crash. I really don't want to craft gloves and a hat. I want to find... I don't know if there's a non-loper hat, though. We gotta drop some weight, too. One of these days, and it won't be long, I am going to look up to see how long my recording has been going on, and instead see that I'm streaming. And there'll be a whole bunch of chat, like, Dunn, you're not answering us. Dunn, what's going on? Because the buttons are right next to each other. And I hit both of them every day. So it would be very easy to, you know, accidentally start streaming. But I think I would pick up the chat out of the corner of my eye, because I got it right there. I would see that and go, oh, wait a minute, what's wrong? God, we're incredibly slow. I mean, we are very overburdened. Oh. Hi. Ah. So now that you have aggroed me, if I were to shoot the gun just up in the air, would you charge me? I think you may eventually catch up to me because of how slow I am. No. Well, I hit him. Didn't take him out, though. He rolled with it. I really don't know the behaviors with the gun. What will set them off? It is interesting. Having played Stalker now, I think I will play Stalker again. Guns are fun. What can I say? Stalker gives you more things to shoot at. Astrid, could you be any slower? It feels like it's 100 miles away. I hope we find a moose. That would be fun. I am finally finding moose on my long loper run. I don't know what the issue was. Maybe I just had really bad luck. They are starting to show up. What's our food situation? I mean, it's right here. Now, I've never really paid attention to this. If there's more cattails on Stalker and Voyager than there are on Loper. Or if it's the same. guess, I'd bet it's probably more. Here's the old double D. I'm done with you. Thank you for your service. Some bunnies back there. Thanks to the peanut butter, we won't be needing them. Alright, we pop in here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
You're fine. We will drop some weight, though, I promise. I kind of just want to sleep. Give me like 9. I wanted to test that. I thought of it just a second too late. About can you sleep longer on Lope? Like is the thirst usage slower on Stalker? I feel like it is because if I have a full drink and I sleep 9 hours, I have a little bit of hydration left. But if I sleep 10, I will be thirsty, and I wasn't here. So that 9 plus 2 is basically 11 hours of drinking, or 11 hours of sleeping without drinking. I'm still okay. So, cool. Good to know. I think we're going to pass time. We could clean the almighty iron here. Everybody loves that sound. Can we get Vaughn's rifle to 100%? It's just a question of can I take the sound? People just unsubscribing with every rotation. YouTube is such a weird thing on subscriptions, I have to say. You'll get like a whole bunch and then you'll get nothing for a long time, or you'll slowly bleed subscribers, which is what's been happening. This is just me talking. This is not me complaining or asking for anything, but like lately I'll pick up 1 or 2 a week and then I'll lose like 4 or 5 a week. And hey, you know, I unsubscribe to people too. You know, if I've got a YouTube channel in my subscriptions and I'm like, you know what, I never watched that, then I do unsubscribe. So I get it. And in the end, subscriptions are important on YouTube, but what really matters is view count. And as far as the algorithm is concerned, I don't think subscriptions barely factor into anything. I think that the algorithm is far more focused on engagement, views, watch time, that sort of thing. That's why they always, if you go to like the YouTube or subreddit or something, it'll be, everybody will talk about their call to action, and you gotta ask for the like, comment, subscribe. And I do, because if you don't get them as much, and they are super important. But I try to put them at the end of the video so that you've watched the whole video. So I feel like, I have given you 30 minutes or 45 minutes, like it feels like a little fairer of a transaction to say, okay, guys, do you mind doing this thing? And, to not be very pushy about it. Rather than doing it up front or stopping the video halfway in the middle, to just go. And if you're enjoying this content, I don't like that when I get it. So, and everybody is different. Everybody is different. Everybody tries different things. I do what works for me. I do what I would want to see. Okay, so this place had nothing, but that's fine. All right, goodbye.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
This is a pretty morning. All right, I rarely take this rope, but I really can't be bothered today with going around. There's not that much over there. I also feel like on Loper, you tend to check all the little nooks and crannies because the loot is so uncommon. You can't afford to, like, not hit a particular area in case that's the one area that has the thing you want. You know, like a bedroll or something. Oh my gosh, I forgot about dropping weight. Okay, fine, we do this now. I mean, I got my guns. I'm not giving up my guns. I'm not giving up my guns. I don't need these books. That feels good. All right. I think Outer Stalker would be fun. You know, Stalker, but you can't go in any buildings would be fun. No meter Stalker would be fun. No meters makes Voyager a lot more fun. In fact, that's probably my preferred way to play Voyager is no meters, which is you just turn the UI off. If you like no meters, I think you're going to be seeing it soon. Alright, I have seen moose up here. I have seen timbies up here. Short of a cougar, I've seen everything. Oh, no, gun. Gun, weapon. You only have 3 bullets? What? How dare you? Short of a cougar or Mathis, I've seen everything up here. What's that? Wolfie. 3 wolfies. I'm way more likely to find stuff from the plane crash than inside Skeeters, so let's use the window that gave me to go to the plane crash. I think we may skip the barns in Pleasantville altogether. We're so close to Timberwolf Mountain now. Open, please. Thank you. Now, yeah, somebody pointed out the airline food. That's right. That's going to be on Stalker. That's fun. I don't bother with these things on Loper. Is there things in here on Stalker? I tried one and I've decided no. Anything down there? Anything down there? Anything up front? An MRE! Wow, I kind of forgot these existed. 1750. Gauntlets! Or ski gloves. Yay! They're not gauntlets. Look at that. Those are red as hell. Oh, this is so exciting. Hello. I'll never go hungry again. Veggie meal. The red underwear. Astrid, you get underwear. It's underwear that's fun to wear.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Nah, you're fine. You don't need to drop anything. This is awesome. A flat hat. Alright, so on my wish list, I still have mittens, I guess. But, I mean, I got the ski gloves. Was cool. I got more food than I'll freaking know what to do with. I say we head to the space capsule. We'll check them. We'll check them.
I'll take it.
I don't think there is a vest that's unique to the other difficulties now. I think both those vests are Loper also. It's extremely warm today. Supposed to get thunderstorms later this afternoon. Hope that's going to bring some cooler temps or at least lower humidity. I do not like heat, and I particularly do not like humidity. And, you know, that's why I live here. I did live in Sicily for several years while I was in the military, and it is very hot there, but it is not very humid there. It's like a desert heat. Hello. He's going that way. Unless he's walking backwards. Could be. Should we eat one of these meals? How about the lowest condition one? The veggie meal. Nice. Boy, he just goes right by the hunter's blind, huh? Or does he? Oh, we lost this trail. Will those... Like, if I just stand here, will they go away? Like, 'cause the other one's just timed out and went away. I won't stand here long. Come on, move it. Wait. Alright. Never mind. So I think probably what happens is that when you draw distance away from them... No, they're still there. Alright, I don't know what the hell happens then. Sorry, I was invaded by Bashrobe and Archimedes for a minute, but it's gone now. The science experiment is over. If you see me looking to the right a lot more than normal, it's because I'm keeping an eye on the time. I have a very tightly scheduled day today. What's up, dead guy? Even on Stalker, dead guy's got enough. Cloth. Hey, there we go. Take that. Alright, space capsule ahoy. We will drop some weight. Maybe we sleep again. Really? We're this tired already? Wow. I guess I've gone up a couple ropes and stuff. So we'll sleep again, get some stamina back. Boogie up the rope. Head on over to Mountaineers. See what's shaking. I think we got time for that. Whose footprints are that? A rabbit? Oh, Astrid. Is that smart?
First aid soon.
You need first aid soon? Damn. Damn, will say. Damn. Takes damn and adds an extra syllable to it.
Ow!
Into the space capsule. I see a hacksaw. No. No. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure what I would pick up. I guess you'll know when I do. But I gotta check. Could be anything in there. Even a boat. You know how much I want one of those.
Huh. What have we here?
Another lantern. Man, the lanterns are just everywhere. You could form a core of lanterns. You know, maybe focused around a particular color. You could have an oath. Maybe divide the regions that the lanterns, you know, protect up into, I don't know, sectors or something. Could be cool. I lost 90% of the people watching, and 10% are like, yeah, okay, I get what you're putting down there. Yeah. Do you still have a sprain? Probably, yeah. Are you still overburdened? Yes. What could we do for a Klondike bar? We don't need this. There's going to be more of that. Oh, you know, honestly, I don't think we need these. My Loper brain wants to carry coal with me everywhere I go. This is kind of heavy. For food. Damn, that's amazing. I don't know. Maybe you drop one of those, and maybe you drop both of those. And you're good. Oh, and you gotta do this. Now, I wasn't gonna take the hacksaw, right? But I need a hacksaw at the summit. We're not gonna... if we repair this, then we can switch it. I need a hacksaw if I'm going to the summit. So... is this better now? Yes. Drop. I will never give up my Chris Evans Knives Out sweater, though. Maybe we don't need this much water. There we go. Great movie, Knives Out. If you have not seen it, I'm not a big movie buff, movie guy. There's a million movies I haven't seen. A lot of really, really big ones. But I did see Knives Out, and it was quite good. Astrid, I don't care. We are getting to the top of this rope. Good job.
I laid out right here. I thought I'd ever wake up again.
I like a good mystery movie. That one's good. I have not seen the other Knives Outs. I've only seen the first one. I did really enjoy the Kenneth Branagh Murder on the Orient Express, because it's a very visually interesting movie. And so Annie and I rented Murder on the Nile? Death on the Nile. Death on the Nile. And it's one of the few movies I can remember us turning off. It was about an hour and 10 minutes in, and I turned to her, and I said, are you still into this? She's like, no, I'm bored out of my mind. All right, we shut it off. Hour and 10 minutes into your 2-hour mystery movie. Murder. Death on the Nile. No one's dead. Like, the point of the detective movie is supposed to be to watch the detective shit. That means you gotta have somebody die. Early. Very boring. So I haven't seen the other Kenneth Branagh Pyros. I do want to watch the show. I've heard great things about the David Suchet. So I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm going to say Suchet. BBC Pyro series I've heard is really, really good. As a kid, I remember seeing the Peter Ustinov ones. And I remember being bored, but, you know, I was a kid. My dad was like, you know, always, if he wanted to see a movie, we were going to that movie. Didn't matter. You know? Didn't matter if it was, like, for kids or, you know, like, he wouldn't take us to, like, R-rated movies, but, like, if the subject matter was not something that was necessarily interesting to kids, we still went. So we still saw it. Dad, why are we a Taxi Driver? I want to see it. No, we didn't go to Taxi Driver. I've never seen Taxi Driver. In fact, I think Robert De Niro is like a huge blind spot for me. I haven't seen Raging Bull. I haven't seen Taxi Driver. I haven't seen The Godfather. De Niro's in The Godfather, right? He might not be. That might be Pacino and not De Niro. I thought he was in it. I haven't seen any of The Godfathers. Haven't seen Goodfellas. All the mob crime movies. I've missed them all. Other than The Untouchables. That's the only one I've seen. I love that movie. So I probably would like the other ones. It's so weird because I don't enjoy the theater experience anymore, so I don't like going to the theater. And if I'm going to watch a movie at home, I'd much rather watch something that Andy and I both want to see, which our tastes are very diverse when it comes to movies. We don't have a lot of overlap. And on top of that, if it's on my own time, 2 to 2.5 hours to 3 hours at time, instead of watching a movie for 2 hours, I could watch an hour and a half YouTube about a movie, which I will happily do, but not watch a 2-hour movie because I'm like, I can't spend that much time on that. It's silly. Silly the way our brains work. Okay, so I guess Timberwolf Mountain is closed today because there's nobody here. Whoa. Gotta be fully loaded. I didn't hear anybody react to that. Where's all the mooses? I'm gonna come in. I usually go that way, but I'm gonna come in on the ice. Just so I can see who is on the ice. And then it's time to get to work. Get to work on writing. A lot of productivity I need over the next couple days. I can feel the finish line. I can see the finish line. I'm excited. Because the finish line of one book means you're at the starting line for the next one. And that's my favorite part. My favorite part is always plotting out and planning and breaking down scenes and character arcs and doing the backstories and world building. Like that is absolutely my favorite part of writing. The actual writing part is, you know, almost secondary. It's like, you know, because you're an architect, you're designing the house, but then you're also the general contractor who has to build the house. And I do like the writing, but I love the prep piece. Sometimes the writing can feel like work. It shouldn't, you know. I think that's the answer you're supposed to say. But sometimes it does. But the creation part, and that's because I'm a plotter. A lot of writers are discovery writers, which means that they just sit down and start writing, and they're writing while they're doing the fun part at the same time. But I write myself into corners whenever I try to do that. I like to have everything be structured. So, different approaches. What's up, losers? They don't care. All right, what do you got for me, Mountaineers? A gun cleaning kit. A knife. Oh, not that. The knife.
Perfect.
Wow. Look at that. I got the knife. I got the hatchet. I don't need another sewing kit. Matches I can't use. Firewood. Gloves I'm not going to wear. More water. Line I don't need. Another hacksaw. Flare shells. Hey, matches I can use. I'll take those. Can't wear that. Super cool. I will take all the firearm cleaning kits. So that's the sewing kit of this run. Oh, and a flare. Thank goodness. All right. I think we are in good shape here. I am going to test my theory. Depending on how much food I have. I forgot I had all this. Okay, we're good. I'm going to sleep 10. And on Loper, I would have no hydration left. But here, I still have some. Okay, yeah, so proven out. Okay, that is going to do it for this one. We will continue this and head towards the summit. And then maybe after the summit, we go to Ash Canyon. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. We are on day 6, closing on day 7. And I'm having a great time with this series. Every episode, I get to find something that I never normally get to see or play with something I never normally get to play with. Super, super fun. So I'm excited to go check out the summit. If you guys are enjoying the series, you could give me the like, comment, subscribe. Those do all really help me. I'll be back tomorrow, as I am every day, with more adventures in the long dark. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.